Thank you. You know, I believe Albert Einstein said it pretty well when he said the world is not a dangerous place because of evil, but because of those who look on and do nothing. And America that I grew up in has never been a country that's looked on to evil and done nothing about it. We've always been at the tip of the spear. We have always led the charge against evil. That's what our history is. When the world has needed aid, or when the world has needed help against some sort of oppression, America is who they turn to. Because the world has always known that we don't run, and we don't hide, and we don't negotiate with terrorists. You know, we as Americans, we don't have to look very far to see examples of the evil that is Iran. We can go really to any city and we can find service members who have had their limbs separated from their bodies by Iranian-made IEDs. We can go to any town around the country and find Marines that have battled against fighters that were trained by Iran. We can go right down the road to Walter Reed Medical Center and find service members who are so badly burned that those who knew them before will never be able to recognize them again because of the improvised explosive devices that contained explosively formed projectiles which were made by Iran to rip through our armored vehicles. We can go across the bridge into Arlington National Cemetery and read the names of our fallen friends and read the names of our fallen comrades who had given their last breath and their last thought and the last beat of their heart, who had that all snatched away from them because of an Iranian-made IED. It was by Iranian hands that nuts and bolts and screws were placed into improvised explosive devices in order to put so many holes in the bodies of our service members that we couldn't plug each one of them before they bled out on the battlefield. We can travel to any state and we can see the families, the broken families whose protector will never come home again because of an Iranian-made IED. And we can read our own history. We can read the history of the 52 hostages that were held by Iran from 1979 to 1981. We can read the history of the bombing of the barracks in Beirut. And we can read the history of the hostages that have been held in Iran up until late that we didn't even negotiate for. Congress, Senate, President Obama, if you push this deal through, you will have the blood of U.S. service members on your hands. This deal condones the killing of U.S. military personnel through their proxies, and it enables the future killing of men and women who selflessly defend this country. The defenders of this country defend it by a warrior ethos. Our ethos is to always place the mission first, to never accept defeat, to never quit, and to never leave a fallen comrade. And I'd like to ask President Obama, where is your warrior ethos, President Obama? Find the courage within yourself. Stand up for what is right and defend your country the way every U.S. service member defends you on the battlefield without regard for personal gain. I'd also like to say to Ayatollah Khomeini, you may have fooled some of our leaders, but you have not fooled the American people. We have the common sense to trust that you will continue to do exactly what you have done for the last 35 years, attacking the United States of America wherever it is that you can. We have the common sense to know that a snake is a snake, and that is exactly what you have proven to be. It is the American people who are the backbone of the United States of America. And we are a country of the people and by the people and for the people, and the people of the United States of America will not stand for this deal.
Yes.
Okay, Brian, just a minute of Q&A from the press. If the press has any questions, you have 1 minute Q&A with Brian.
Or not.
Do you think the damage has been done already? Is it too late?
I think the reputational damage has absolutely been done already. You're talking about an administration that has proven they're willing to sit at the table with terrorists that have been attacking the United States of America for the last 35 years. If you don't call that damage, I don't know what you would call it.
As someone who's sacrificed so much for our country, of course, with this deal and the controversy surrounding it, many people say, well, we just don't want war, and what's the alternative? No more war. How would you, as a personal wounded veteran, respond to that?
I can tell you this, that neither myself nor any of my peers that served in the military seek war. That is not our desire. We seek peace, but we go to war to make sure that our enemies aren't making decisions for the United States of America, that we can always make decisions for ourselves.
Right.